this is Joan again. I wanted to show you where our next add-on with MagnaBeat goes to. If you're interested, after you see this short presentation, you can go to magnabeat.biz and there'll be a pull-down menu to go right to Hill Music, and everybody at Hill Music will be more than happy to take care of you, taking care of all of your needs with MagnaBeat. And just give them a call and talk to them. They're the exclusive distributor of MagnaBeat. So the first video that we did was on the basic kit, which you see everything under this orange line. The basic kit gives you everything that you see down over here. The next step that we added on was in the add-on, which is called the extension add-on, which is everything between the orange lines, which is that you see right on here. With the add-on extension, you get this additional 9 beats. You overlap on top here, and that way you now have a total of 16 beats for the older kids and kids that are your students that are ready for a more extensive phrasing when you're doing all of your rhythm work. All of the add-ons are $50 each. The basic kit is $150, and they all work together seamlessly. So the add-on that we're talking about today is called the Intermediate Add-On. These are for kids that I found late 4th grade, 5th grade, and into 6th grade. And everything that you see above the orange line right here is what comes with the add-on for the intermediate level. Again, you can use your basic kit. Let's go ahead and choose alto clef for today. And let's go and choose, we can choose 3, 4 for today. You can use your bar lines from your basic kit to develop your 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, but because it's the end of the phrase, we'll use our double bar line. These 2 extra beats sometimes can cause a distraction for your kids, so that's why with the basic kit, you also get 2 blank panels to cover those over to create a less of a distraction. So with the intermediate kit, we get the 4 separate 1/8 notes right here, so kids can see that even when you have the 4 separate 1/8 notes, they still get 2 beats. Ta-da, peekaboo, there they are right there. Then you can also use with your basic kit, you can add those right on to see that they look the same. This I found works really well with vocal music when you're getting students ready to learn their vocal music, and then you can put the words right under here. So they already kind of understand from 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade that your 1/8 notes are combined this way. But as musical homonyms, we now see that this 1, 2, and 3 and is the same as 1, 2, and 3 and it's still your 2 beats under there. So you can develop a musical homonym, if you will, that way. Also, you get a dotted quarter and an 1/8 note. This is really a good tool I found to show kids how the dotted quarter is 3 1/8 notes right here, and then you have that 1 1/8 note left over, and you can just lock that right on top, and they can see it takes the same amount of space that a dotted quarter and an 1/8 note actually, excuse me, if these don't stick, just turn them over because they look the same on both sides, but one side is magnetized. So your dotted quarter note actually is your 3 1/8 notes under here, 1, 2, 3, and then you have your 1/8 note left over right there, so they can see how the dotted quarter and 1/8 note relates to the 4 1/8 notes, which they already know. And what I do, I find that I've done a lot in the past, is I take these and I tie these together, 1 and 2 and, then 1 and 2 and. So we've tied these together, so it's one long sound, but we don't write it that way. We write it this way. And then you can go into the math part of it about the dot and how it's half of the note that it's with. But that's totally up to you. But it gives you an option of real quick visuals so kids can see how the 3 1/8 notes relate to the dotted quarter note. Again, older grades. You also get 16th note, 1/8 and 16th notes. You can pull from your basic kit right here, your 4 16th notes, add them on right there. We'll move this out of the way so it's not a distraction. You've got your 4 16th notes, you can lay this right down underneath, and you can show your kids that these 2 16th notes are now tied together and becomes an 1/8 note, and then you can pull your 1/8 note from your basic kit. 2 16th notes together is an 1/8 note, an 1/8 and 2 16ths, so it's 1 and a. So they can see the relationship, and I'm doing this really, really fast. I wouldn't do this as quick with kids in class. But the 2 16th notes equal an 1/8 note. And then this eighth note still, as you can see, has the same look. There's your eighth note, there's your eighth note right there, and this 1/8 note is now broken into 2/16 notes. So as you add these on top this way, they can see the relationship. So we have four sounds. There's your 2 sounds. We break the 2 sounds into 4 sounds. We're going to tie these 2 together into 1/8 note. There's your 1/8 and 2/16. But now we're going to write it this way so it matches here because it's easier for your eyeballs to read it that way. And then you have a 1 and a 2, 3. So it gives the kids a relationship between rhythms, and also going back to the very, very basic is 1 beat right there. That 1 beat is underneath your 1/8 and 2/16. And you can do the same kind of process then, reversing it with 2/16 and an 1/8. Do the same kind of process. Now you have your 2/16. Your 1/8 note takes up the same space. And then you also get a syncopated pattern. Syncopated pattern right there. That now the 16th notes that are in between now have the 1/8 note. And you can take your much less time with that with your kids. I'm going really fast right now. And then you get the triplet so that you can see that there's now 3 sounds in 1 beat rather than 2 sounds in 1 beat. But because the quarter note is right underneath, peekaboo, there's your dot. There's 2 sounds in 1 beat, 2 and or triple that, so they can see that there are 2 sounds in 1 beat or 3 sounds in 1 beat. So they see the relationship between different rhythms, and they see how those rhythms relate to the steady beat. Also, with the intermediate kit, you also get the codas and the fines. You also get the signs that go along with that. So you can manipulate however you want to get the kids to understand how you go back and forth and what these all mean. I found that in 5th grade and 6th grade music, this starts to appear a little bit more. So you can present it this way, add your extension on it with your 16 beats, and then manipulate these around so that you can see that they understand it rather than just one time. You can move them around so that they understand how it moves. That's what's in the intermediate kit. MagnaBeat.biz is your go-to. Hill Music, they'll take good care of you. Thanks. If you have any questions, give me a call. Text me, email me, give me a call, and I'll be glad to talk to you. Have a great week. Bye-bye for now.